gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Coach, thanks very much. Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
On first down, Mahomes. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
They go play action here on first down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play. Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, 18.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 23. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and
and
now
out.
they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Check 3. Pick the edge. Come, girls, 15.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Trubisky will throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Check 26, check 26. Slay. Hey, ball. Alert.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Looking deep for his tight end Ertz. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this is their third drive right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Check. Check hot route. General, west. Check 37.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We're scoreless after 1.
We play to win. Let's go. Yellow. Arsenal 180. What's tight? Tight ends right. What's tight? Tight ends right. 4 down. Attack. 4 down.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Yellow. Hey, 15. Slam.
On second down, it's Sanders. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Attack. Check.
Gets it to Hardman, a jet sweep. Tackle was made by Joel Iyiegbuniwe.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Yellow. 180. 45. Watch the pass. Easy. 45's the mic.
Second and 5 now. Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Undercross. Check nickel.
On the draw, here's Sanders. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this is their third drive. Maybe the focus right now, not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. And just on Wednesday, he was named the NFC Offensive Player of the Week for that over 100-yard performance he had last week.
Deservedly so, and I enjoyed our time with him and asked him how he got it done. What did he see? And he said film study, watching what the defenses were going to present, understanding how to defeat those. And then he was a step ahead because he said, then they're going to change up and counter another way. And he beat them that way, too.
On second down now, it's Cohen. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Check. Alert. Check the backer. Check.
They'll run on first down, Edmonds. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
180! 54! I got you! 49! Red, Kill! You got tight right there. Shoot!
First down, a run with Cohen. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Kill. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Let's go, D.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Here's Trubisky to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They have a first and 10 at the 18. Now Cohen. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On 3rd down, Cohen. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
He's coming. We got double up. Joker. Check 9.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground.
And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Tackle. Under 10. SOS.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Honey! 54 miles. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Check 99. Check. Fresno.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now a carry for Sanders. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. They get 8 yards back there, and they could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
Man up, D. Man up, D. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. 58's the money.
Yellow, yellow.
58's the money. It's Charlie.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Check safety, check safety. Switch, switch, switch.
Attack, attack.
No. Me. 40. Exit. 45 to Mike. Check pass, check pass. Check 45 to Mike.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Switch up. Shoot.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky, he finds Robinson. And he's taken down inside the 30. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Check. Crouch. Check the hot read. Watch twist.
They run. Montgomery. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The veteran Jamie Collins there on the tackle.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Get up! 180! Alert! They're not ready for this, man. Bud! Y'all playing the wrong football. Check 31! Red, up!
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Alert! Mike 54! Hey, Wood! You get me? He's not gonna get me? Mike,
Throwing on second down, Trubisky. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And the return will stop right around the 25. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's Sanders. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On second down, it's Sanders. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll run with Boone here. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Pick the edge. Yellow. Watch twist.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And an alley to run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Check 24. Watch 24.
On 2nd down now. Boom. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Again, they're going to go with Boone. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Now Sanders. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Check. Hey, watch it. Hey, 15.
Another run with Sanders.
Go, run.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Right over there. Yeah.
15.
Right there.
Hey, 57.
To throw is Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Slam. 25. Check 25. 54's Mike. Check.
They'll start things on first with Troy Cohen. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now it's Trubisky. He's going to go for a big play down. And got his man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 33 yards that time.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Trubisky to throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Throwing now is Trubisky. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the training staff works on him,
We'll step aside and be right back.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get in the field goal range. A little clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Third down here.
Yellow. 180. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Showing it. Tight dog. Yellow, go. Motion. 45's the mic. All day, baby. All day.
Mahomes to throw. And an alley to run. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So everything rests now on the right foot of Austin Seibert. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So everything rests now on the right foot of Austin Seibert. This from 52 and this for the win. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. The home crowd here absolutely loves it, as they should, getting the field goal in the closing moments and likely going to get out of here with a W.
A W, celebrations all around. How about how everyone's going to leave this stadium, right? And you know something? He probably makes more money than most of the 60,000 people here, but they're all willing to buy him dinner tonight, aren't they?
Oh, they don't care. He's a man of the people right now. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were